Does that sound strange? But God, in His great glory, it's beautiful. You see, when I wake up in the morning, I don't have a clue what's going to happen. Sometimes I turn Fox News on, I find out what's going on. But as for tomorrow, I don't have a clue what's going to happen. Neither do you. But God does. And you know what? If we pray, listen to me. If we pray in the morning before we start our day, if we ask God to help us, you know what He's going to do? He's going to include us into tomorrow's. And if we ask God to help us to minister to somebody somewhere on our job or wherever we go, He'll, just like Alan, you know. Somebody said, oh, you can't do anything spiritual unless you get in church. No. Hey, there's people hurting spiritually outside the church. Are we going to wait till we get them in here? Hey, everybody's not coming in church. Did I tell you I learned a valuable lesson at the airport one day? If I did, just act like you hadn't heard it before. I'll make it real brief. There was a little Spanish lady. Her husband was dying. I could tell she was hurting and crying, and she had looked like maybe a little 12, 13-year-old daughter with her. They were weeping and talking in their language, and I could sense something was real bad wrong. And finally a nurse came around and tried to console them and you know, told them some things, and they still was weeping, and I'm thinking, God, what can I do? Sitting just about far as I'm here to that little shrub over there, I'm saying, God, what can I do? Lord, I'm a minister. What can I do? What can I do? And I'm thinking, I can't do anything. I can't talk their language. But I found out one thing, that God can break the language barrier. There was another nurse that came by, and she could not speak English. But I saw her, Cindy. I saw her walk over. And I'm thinking, God, what in the world didn't I do that? Walked over and sat down beside her, and she began to speak English to her. I don't know if the little lady could understand the Spanish or the English language or not. But after a while, I heard this nurse say this, you may not understand my language. I certainly don't understand yours. But she said, God can come between the language barrier, and I'm going to pray for you. She did like, I'm going to pray for you. That little lady began to do like this, and I thought, God, why didn't I just make some kind of a signal?